Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fahri Syah Zikri. Today I'm going to present about chemistry of paint. Okay everyone, first I will tell you about the history of paint. The first example of paint making was discovered a few years ago in South Africa, and it dates back about 100,000 years. The earliest paints would have used a variety of mineral and organic based pigments. The paint found in South Africa was made from red iron oxide and charcoal and used bone marrow as a binder. About 5,000 years ago, as we left the Neolithic age and established the early stages of civilization in Greece and in Egypt, we started to use beeswax, egg yolk, and milk as binders. We still use these binders and others such as gum arabic, linseed oil, and acrylic polymer. But our case for color pigment has a much more varied and interesting history. Since those early days, we have used both cow's urine and grown-up Egyptian mummies as pigment. We have even made up elaborate stories involving elephants and dragons fighting to the death as a marketing ploy to sell paint. And perhaps even stranger, the first synthetic paint was invented by a necromancer who allegedly influenced Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Then I will tell you about the definitions of paints. What is paints? Paint is any liquid liquefiable or mastic composition which, after applications to a substrate in a thin layer, is converted to a solid film. It is most commonly used to protect color or provide texture to objects. The function of paints. Paint is used to decorate, protect, and prolong the life of natural and synthetic materials and act as a barrier against environmental conditions. Paints may be broadly classified into decorative paints, applied on site to decorate and protect buildings and other objects, and industrial coating, which are applied in factories to finish manufacturers' goods such as cars. Composition of paint. 1. Pigment. Prime pigments to impart color and opacity. 2. Solvent, sometimes called thinner. Either an organic solvent or water is used to reduce the viscosity of the paint for better application. 3. Binder or resin, a polymer often referred to as resin forming a matrix to hold the pigment in place. 4. Extender, larger pigment particles. The larger pigment particles added to improve its adhesion, strengthen the film, and save binder. 5. Additives, used to modify the properties of the liquid paint or dry paint. Pigment is used to give color and opacity to paint. Amongst the organic pigments particularly important are azo, phthalocyanine, and anthraquinone derivatives. From the picture, the most common inorganic pigment is white titanium dioxide, which provides over 70% of total pigment used. It has a high refractive index and gives a gloss to the paint. Another widely used inorganic pigment is finely divided calcium carbonate. This has a low refractive index and is used together with titanium dioxide to produce paints. Other pigments include iron oxide, black, yellow, and red, zinc oxide, and carbonate. Powdered metals such as zinc and some metal compounds, for example zinc phosphate, have corrosion-inhibiting properties. Binder, binder or resin. Binder resin, and solvent together are sometimes known as the pickle. The binder may be dissolved as a solution or carried as a dispersion of microscopically small particles in a liquid. There are three most important binder or resin used in modern paints: acrylic polymers, alkyd polymers, and epoxy polymers. Acrylic polymers, the binder in many emulsion paints, is based on homopolymers or copolymers of ethynyl ethanoate, phenyl acetate, and a propanoate acrylic ester. Other acrylic ester used as comonomers with ethynyl ethanoate are ethynyl propanoate, butyl propanoate, or a copolymer of butyl propanoate, methyl 2-methyl propanoate. The polymers used in these paints are carried in water and waterborne emulsion paints, which, as described above, are much better for the environment than paints in which in the binders are inorganic solvents. Alkyd polymers. Decorative gloss paints typically contain alkyd polymers. A typical resin is they produced from a polyol such as propane 1,2,3-triol glycerol with dibasic acid such as benzene 1,2-decarboxylic phthalic anhydride, and a drying oil, linseed or soybean oil. On being heated together, ester linkages are formed and water is byproduct. The name alkyd is derived from alcohol and epoxy polymers. Epoxy resins are often used as the binder in industrial coatings primers. They give the paint excellent adhesion together with high resistance to chemical corrosion and physical resistance necessary, for example, on ship and chemical storage tanks. The epoxy resin are made from 1-chloro-2,3-epoxy propane produced from 3-chloropropane and substituted phenol as such as bisphenol A. Additives. Depending on the type of paint and intended use, additives may include dispersants, silicone, thixotropic agents, dyes, anti-setting agents, bactericides, fungicides, and algicides. Properties of an ideal paint. Some of the typical attributes required can include ease of application, good flow, oil of application mark, forming a continuous protective film, high opacity, etc. How paint works. An emulsion caused by water evaporating and cross-linking of polymers water-based acrylics. A monomer in a solvent are mixed with a hardening catalyst to create a very hard paint film, automotive, polyurethane, and epoxies. A solvent evaporates, leaving a pigmented drying oil behind to oxidize and form a resinous film oil-based paint. A solvent evaporated and leaves the binder with pigment behind the lacquer. Okay, everyone, that's all about chemistry of paints. Hopefully, what I present can be useful for all of us. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.